Coming up, we're going to take a look at the Iso-Tip Solderpro 90 Butane Soldering Iron. Hi, I'm Michael, KB9VBR, your host for Ham Radio Q&A. Thanks for joining me on these little amateur radio adventures. Well, today we're going to take a look at the Iso-Tip Solderpro 90 Butane Soldering Iron. You may have seen my previous videos on the Solderpro 50 Butane Iron and also the Iso-Tip Pro-50 battery-operated cordless soldering iron. Well, the fine folks at Iso-Tip saw those videos too and sent me one of their newest products, the Solderpro 90 Butane Iron, to check out. After quickly playing around with the iron, I must say I am really impressed. Well, the Solderpro 90 is a 4-in-1 multi-purpose cordless soldering iron kit. The kit includes the Pro 90 butane soldering iron with a protective cap, 3 different tips, a 1mm conical tip, a 2.4mm conical tip, a hot knife tip, and a blowtorch. The solder dispenser and a sponge round out the kit. Everything is kept together in a plastic storage case. Well, to use the iron, first let's fill it with butane. A tank holds enough butane for up to about 55 minutes of continuous use. Next, slide the lever until you hear the butane starting to hiss, and then press the lighter button. The iron heats up really fast. In fact, this is probably the fastest heating iron that I've really seen. The Pro 50, that takes about 30 seconds to get hot, but this Solderpro 90, it was ready in under 10 seconds. The tip temperature is adjustable too, between a range of 482 and about 1022 degrees Fahrenheit. The little slider is how you set the temperature. To turn the iron off, just return the slider to the off position and let it cool. Some of the applications that this iron is good for include electrical and electronics repair work, jewelry repair, model building, arts and crafts, dental labs, thawing frozen locks, and finally, heat shrink tubing. Let's talk a little bit more about heat shrink tubing. The iron comes with a heat blower tip that can be used for thawing frozen locks and also for surface mount component heating to reflow the solder. But I think the tip is most useful for heat shrink tubing. I've used all sorts of methods to shrink tubing, from using like a little Bic or Zippo lighter, propane torch, match, and those methods really aren't as precise or as safe as the blower tip on this iron is. So I found that using the Solderpro heat shrink super easy. So things I like about the Solderpro 90 are it's comfortable in the hand, it's very easy to use, lights up fast, it heats up very fast, and also a single refill lasts a long time. I'm not sure if it goes an entire 55 minutes on a single fill, but it was long enough for my soldering session. If I was going to take a break, I'd feel comfortable about turning the iron off and then doing the other work, and then when I'm ready to solder again, turning it back on. I know that it's going to heat up really fast. I know one of the comments I'm going to receive on this video is someone's going to ask, well, can you solder a PL259 with this iron? And I'm going to say this thing gets hot enough that you could use it outdoors to solder PL259 connectors all day. So with that, go to it. Now the downsides on the Solderpro 90. Now the reservoir is opaque, so you're not going to be able to see what the butane level is in it. That's kind of a downside. There's no window or indicator on how full this iron is. And also, the right above the tip, there's it will exhaust hot air. So if you're going to be soldering in sort of a confined or a close working area, just be aware that hot air is coming out of that area there, and you could melt some plastic stuff during your solder session. So my final word on the Iso-Tip Pro 90 Butane Soldering Iron. At a retail price at under $50, I think it's a great value. I'd recommend it as a second iron for the electronics hobbyist, and maybe even a first iron for somebody that just needs something for that occasional soldering job. And since it comes with its own carrying case, you can throw it in your toolkit and you won't have to worry about it being damaged in your tool bag. Well, that's my review of the Iso-Tip Solderpro 90 Butane Soldering Iron. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'd love to read them. If you've used this iron before, please leave your impressions. I want to know what you think about the Solderpro 90. And always, if you enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up. You can also check out my blog at www.jpole-antenna.com for more articles and videos. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There's a little icon right up here. Press that button and you'll automatically be subscribed and get notified when future videos come out. So, thanks a lot for watching. I'm Michael, KB9VBR. Have a great day, and 73.